Well, going forward to our last topic, and that's Jordan Spieth. Man, he's finally coming back into some great form over these last few tournaments, and I know that's great for golf fans to see. What do you think about that, Pat?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting time to talk about Jordan. He's struggled over the last few years. Even though his meltdown at the Masters in 2016 didn't totally stop his, winning. He actually won in 2017 and was successful in 2017. But since 2017, he hasn't won a tournament. So it's been tough for Jordan, especially that crazy hot start he had to his golfing career. Now you see him this season, and he played well at the Waste Management Open. He was in the lead, going into Sunday after shooting a 61 on Saturday. I think that was his career best round. And then he shot one over on Sunday in the Waste Management Open, so he ended up tying for third. And then this past week, he played in the AT&T Pro-Am, where I believe he was either in the lead or one shot back going into Sunday. I can't remember for sure. I think he was tied for the lead. And then he only shot, I believe, a 70, which was 2 under on Sunday. And you just saw some other players, Spieth didn't play bad, but, Brooks Koepka just tore the cover off the ball that Sunday and won the tournament outright coming from behind. But, the one way you can look at this is Jordan's playing really well right now. And that could lead into a couple of months from now when we have the Masters, which is almost exactly 2 months away, a little bit less than that. And if Jordan can redeem himself at the Masters, that would be an unbelievable story. That's where he kind of, choked the Masters away in 2016. If he can come back and win the Masters, I think that would give him all the confidence in the world, because that's what golf is about, is confidence. But I think the question you now have to ask with Jordan is, he's playing well, but he's still kind of struggling on Sunday with the lead. And when you look back at like Tiger Woods' career, when Tiger Woods was at the top of his game, if he had a lead on Sunday, you weren't catching him. That guy was an assassin. He wanted to not only win the tournament, he wanted to step on your throat. And that's kind of the difference between a guy like Tiger Woods and a guy like Jordan Spieth. You even look at Brooks Koepka, like I just talked about. Brooks Koepka isn't necessarily an assassin like Tiger Woods was, but he's very robotic. He'll come into a round and he's just an absolute machine when he gets it going out there, where Jordan's got a lot of highs and lows. And one of the reasons fans love him, one of the reasons I love him, is just he does get a little frustrated with himself. He kind of seems like a regular guy, playing golf out there. So I think, he's going to be in the mix over tournaments over the next couple of months and probably for the rest of the year, just by the way he's playing. But the question now is he going to be able to either carry a lead into Sunday or play well on Sunday to pick up his first win in several years?
Yeah, I think you brought up a great comparison with Tiger, and I'm not talking about obviously the talent or the wins, but how Tiger's kind of had an up and down career. He had some injuries, he had the scandal obviously, and now he's bounced back and he's had some great years. So you fans out there, if you've played golf, you know how hard it is. So you go through these up and down moments, even as an amateur golfer, where I know on the front nine, I might be tearing it up, and then on the back nine, I'm crying and I want to go home. So it's just really one of the hardest sports out there to actually be good at. And not only to be good at, it's one of the hardest sports to be consistently good at. And so I think, Jordan Spieth, like you said, had a really hot start to his career. So many people are expecting so much of him. But remember, this is still a young guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's still in his 20s. So he's still got a lot of golf to play. I think he's going to come back into form. I think you're starting to see it now over these last few tournaments. And I think the biggest thing for him is he's keeping the ball in play. He's keeping the ball in play. He's giving himself some easy approach shots, and then he's just been capitalizing on that. And I think that's the biggest thing. When you can do that in golf and keep your head in the game, then that's really when you can play and shoot some low numbers. I think that's what he's been doing recently. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do at the Masters. I'm looking forward to seeing maybe we can get a matchup of him and Tiger in one of the pairings. I think that would be a great matchup to see one of the first 2 days. I'd like to see, I know because they do threesomes too as well, maybe throw Rory into that group. And I think that would be a great threesome, maybe the first 2 days of the Masters for us fans to really get some good enjoyment.
Yeah, if you had Tiger, Jordan Spieth and Dustin Johnson, who won it in 2000, this past year in the moved Masters that we finished off the year with. So you have Tiger won in 2019, Dustin Johnson, and then Jordan Spieth. That'd be pretty sweet. The other thing with Jordan Spieth that he's doing now too is Jordan became the golfer he is because of his putting. I mean, anytime he had a putt inside 10 feet, he was hammering it home. That was a gimme for him, And then I think when he started struggling, those 6 to 10 foot to 12 foot putts, he just wasn't making them. He was, they weren't automatic anymore. I think you're starting to see him hit those putts now. And again, as he gains confidence, he's going to be able to bury more of those putts. And like you mentioned, he doesn't hit the ball like some of these other players do it. I mean, you look at Xander Schauffele, who's this short guy who hammers the golf ball down the fairway. Obviously, kept getting Dustin Johnson and Gary Woodland. Those guys hit the cover off the ball. But Jordan's never been that kind of player. But if he's consistent, tee to green, and then he putts the way he's capable of putting, he's going to be in every major and every golf tournament that he can play well in. So it'll be interesting to see what he does over the next couple of months leading into the Masters. I think right now he's on the right track, though. That's it for our 10 topics tonight, folks. And if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, if you have any questions or any arguments you want to make about anything that we've talked about on this show, make sure you subscribe to Comeback Sports. You can email us at Comeback Sports. You can also tweet at Brandon or myself on Twitter. And ask us questions, send us emails, send us feedback. If you want to dip into the live chat while the show's going on, you can ask questions there. So do all those things. If you have anything you want to ask us, we'd be happy to talk about it. We love fan engagement. We love emails and comments. If you completely disagree with us, even better. And that's something that we'll make sure that we talk about on this show. Brandon, I'm sure that you'd love to see some fan engagement as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some great topics going forward that are going to really drive fan engagement. I mean, one of the ones was you talked about earlier in the show is LeBron James going to put himself into that GOAT category of being, the top basketball player of all time. So I know we'll have that. That's a great opinionated question. My opinion, no. Michael Jordan will still be greatest, but I'll save that. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have some great fan engagement going. There's still going to be a lot of hot topics going forward because, sports never stop. They just keep going 24/7 and we're here to talk about it.